What purpose does Mr. Owen seek recognition?
Strike last word, please.
Gentleman is recognized.
I'd like to give my time over to the chair, ranking member.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. I want to pick up where the gentleman from North Carolina was walking. He talked about a pattern. Just, again, think about the history here. A year ago, the chairman of this committee, the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, introduced a bill to pack the court. And that bill didn't add 1 justice, didn't add 2 justices, didn't add 3, it added 4 justices. Now, why would they pick 4? Anyone know why they might pick 4 justices? Because it's packing the court. They want 4 liberal justices to dominate then a 7-6, 13-member court. So a year ago, they introduced a bill to pack the court, adding 4 associate justices to the United States Supreme Court. 2 weeks ago, they had a hearing where they trashed Justice Thomas, went after Justice Thomas. Last week, someone, probably on the left, who knows, probably on the left though, leaks a draft decision of the Supreme Court. First time it's happened. First time it's certainly happened in my lifetime. Leaks a draft decision of a court. Then this week, we have a bill that would require disclosure of anyone who files an amicus brief with the court, so they can go after donors, contributors, go after people, dox them, cancel them, whatever they're going to do, protest in front of their house. And next week, we're going to have a hearing on the same subject that was the issue of the draft opinion, a case pending in front of the court. And all while that's going on, as we speak tonight, they're protesting in front of Supreme Court justices' home. That's the history. That's what's happened. So when Mr. Bishop from North Carolina talks about a pattern, it is definitely a pattern to intimidate, a history of intimidation of the highest court in the land. That's what's going on. And during all that, we also find out the Justice Department's targeting parents. Whistleblower came forward, and over 24 parents, the counterterrorism measures of our Justice Department, of the FBI, used against moms and dads. No wonder Americans have had it. No wonder they're fed up. No wonder they're concerned. And this is the committee that's supposed to be on the lookout for this kind of ridiculous stuff. Not to be supportive of it, but to try to stop it. And we had good amendment after good amendment that the majority voted down. That's the history. And that's scary. And again, it started a year ago. I remember we were in this room when we learned that the chairman was going to have a press conference. It was like 2 in the morning. Remember, Mr. Johnson and I, a number of us spoke about it. Press conference the next day on a bill to pack the court. This is all about that. All about intimidating the United States Supreme Court. And as Mr. Bishop just pointed out, intimidating them while they're in the middle of making a decision on a critical case about the sanctity of human life. I would yield back to the gentleman from Utah to yield to the man from Texas.
I appreciate the ranking member and I appreciate the gentleman from Utah. I would say that I associate myself with remarks from the gentleman from Ohio as a point that I was going to make. I want to add to it that in addition to this being about power and about intimidation, which is clear throughout everything we've seen today, I want to pick up on something that one of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle, when she pushed back and said, oh, this isn't about opposing a black justice. No, she's right. It was about opposing a black conservative justice. That's what it was about. It was about opposing Janice Rogers Brown when that was politically expedient for my colleagues on the other side of the aisle 19 years ago. But it was also about, in this situation where we had a leaked memo that was very clear, the exact words of the Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee, Dick Durbin, the words were specific, that Miguel Estrada was dangerous because he is Latino.
Yep.
That was the word in the memo. That's the exact phrase, the exact quote in the memo. We know it. I was on the Senate Judiciary. I knew it. I was a staffer. We knew exactly what happened. But yet, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, Democrats at the time, they wanted to sweep that aside. They don't want to talk about that leak, right? I mean, all they wanted to talk about then was that being a leak and that we couldn't talk about the substance of the leak.
The gentleman yield?
That was it. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish my point to say that is what is so clear, that it is about race, and it is about not having an Hispanic conservative like Miguel Estrada on the court, and they went to, and no lengths were too much to take down Miguel Estrada and try to ruin his career, ruin his life. And now they want to target Justice Thomas and Ginny Thomas, two of the greatest Americans that I know. I yield back.
Gentlemen.